This is a famous region in South Australia. This is on 5,000 acres of the unique soil producing beautiful Cabernet Sauvignon that is recognizable all over the world. This is a dream of one man finally coming true. This is Coonawarra. Let's go back to where it all began. Coonawarra started with John Riddoch planting some vineyards here in late 1800s. He heard from his mate William Wilson that Coonawarra, or rather this area, had really great red soil that was producing really beautiful fruit. So he chose 1,500 acres to plant some vineyards to test it out. And guess what? They just turned out beautiful. John Riddoch had this beautiful idea of creating a self-sustainable community of farmers. John Riddoch invested a lot of work, money and heart in this place that he chose to call Coonawarra, an indigenous name for honeysuckle. Unfortunately, his dream wasn't meant to come true because of the depression starting in 1893 and then John Riddoch passing away before his time in 1901. For the next 40 years, the only person producing wine in Coonawarra would be Bill Redman. Known to be a survivor and a stubborn person, he was the only one making wine while everyone else converted their vineyards to grazing lands. Except Bill Redman. John Riddoch's dream didn't disappear. It was just delayed until 1951 when David Wynne ran down old John Riddoch estate and turned it into Wynne's Coonawarra estate. This estate became a landmark of Coonawarra and a very well known and recognizable label for Wynne's wines. Coonawarra is obviously very well known for its Cabernet Sauvignon and its specific taste that tastes like black currants, a little bit of eucalyptus, even menthol and capsicum. So that's very, very specific taste. But where it comes from the red soil of Coonawarra. What's so special about Coonawarra soil, or as it is called, Terra Rossa? Well, it is red and it's very mineral, but it's not clay, it's actual soil. Like it's left the color on my fingers, and it allows the vines to grow really, really deep roots, and we know the deeper the roots, the better the wine. Another benefit that makes Coonawarra special is that underneath that red soil there's limestone, and you can find red soil in many other places and limestone in many other places that produce beautiful wines, but red soil with limestone, very difficult to find, and only 5,000 acres here in Coonawarra have that amazing combination. But Cabernet Sauvignon is not the only grape that is grown here. Obviously you can find some Shiraz here from the red grapes, but recently more and more we can see some Italian varieties grown here as well, like Montepulciano, Sangiovese, Spanish varieties like Tempranillo, obviously some French, Merlot and Cab Franc. Alternative white wine varieties that can be found here are Vermentino, Savagnin and Gewürztraminer. From red varieties, it's very interesting to see how Riesling performs here. Now let's go taste some wine. Yum. It's really interesting. It smells caramel. This one is really beautiful.
I was really
surprised.
Joanna
Shiraz.
2017 Shiraz was 2017 was quite a cool year, so it's a bit lighter bodied and more vibrant, sort of spicy characters than you'd normally see. They're normally a bit richer. Like we had tried the 2016 from the same vintage, a bit richer and riper, natural yeast and stuff like that. So that makes a bit of difference as well. It gives it a more savoury character. This one's like fresher, really quite peppery and spicy.
It's really
and quite
bright.
Yeah.
It's like if you like Shiraz, but Shiraz is not really a summer drink. But this is a summer Shiraz.
Yes.
Yeah. I'll have to use that.
That's the definition, yeah.
Summer Shiraz.
Yeah.
So the cultured was cultured yeast, likewise malolactic fermentation, that went into a brand new French oak barrel specific for Pinot. So looking for a softer oak influence.
Yeah.
The other style was more of a natural wine, so wild yeast, likewise malolactic fermentation. That went into an 8-year-old American oak barrel, so again very soft oak influence. Both were footstock twice a day, basket pressed, and spent 6 months in the barrel before we bottled some cultured. We bottled a little bit of the untamed, we called the natural one, and we did a 50-50 blend, which we called compromise.